Solar storms are popping up right now, which usually comes up when we talk about the northern lights. But those storms aren't just pretty, they can have lasting impacts on other facets of life, especially for farmers. Meteorologist Garret Heyd is live in studio to break things down tonight.
Yeah, from outer space to on the ground, solar storms can certainly pose risks from everything to the power grid to agriculture. And earlier this year, we heard from farmers talking about how some of the heavy rains did delay some of their planting efforts, but a few also had equipment issues due to GPS errors and outages. And due to a G5 solar storm in early May, this is the highest category on the solar storm scale. It was one of the strongest ones we've seen actually since about 1989, while the last G5 category storm itself back in 2003. The way that solar storms impact farmers is by disrupting those GPS signals to equipment, since GPS determines where they're at through the use of 4 different satellites, essentially triangulating the time it takes to send and receive that signal, thus determining precise location to within feet and even some down to about an inch for some farm equipment.
These things are timed down to the billionth of a second. These signals going back and forth between the satellites in the network and the user. So what this geomagnetic storm does is it changes the structure of the atmosphere that these signals are going through. And that increases that delay, that timing that needs to be so precise, and that results in accuracy errors. So what happened in May is that storm escalated quickly. It changed that structure of the atmosphere very fast.
And of course, when that happens, these satellites are constantly calibrating to account for those atmospheric changes due to all kinds of factors. But solar storms can create errors rather rapidly, creating some of those GPS errors themselves from a few feet to as much as a few hundred in very severe cases, putting things like seed and fertilizer in wrong locations, which of course could result in thousands of dollars of losses down the road. Sean says the best way for farmers to prepare is to stay up to date on your local forecast and solar storm activity, and make sure to check your GPS equipment for any accuracy errors before heading out into the fields. In studio, I'm meteorologist Garret Heyd with Iowa's News Now.